What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best budget gaming laptop in 2024. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the product, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Asus ROG Strix Scar 17 2023, the best 17-inch gaming laptop. AMD's new range of Zen 4 mobile chips are the finest number crunchers you'll find in a gaming laptop. That makes this Asus ROG Strix Scar 17 one of the most powerful gaming laptops I've ever tested. But some of the shine has been taken off because I can't shake the feeling, and machines still seem to be tired too in the eyes of their makers. Which is a shame because this is a really impressive gaming laptop that makes the ridiculous MSI Titan look even more dumb. The Asus is near $2,000, cheaper, and outperforms it in practically every metric that matters. This is the most affordable RTX 4090 machine I've seen in this generation, so I guess in some regards being seen as a lesser light in laptops terms is maybe served this AM-powered system after all. It's also one of the best performing RTX 4090 machines I've seen, which is a double whammy that makes it difficult to recommend any of the rest. You absolutely do need to be plugging it in because despite that 90-watt battery, it really doesn't last long away from a wall socket. If you're gaming, consider the battery like some sort of uninterruptible power supply rather than something to rely on for long. The key spec, as always in a gaming notebook, is that of the SiPo combo. We've already spoken in great length about the mobile RTX 4090, decrying its misnaming as an RTX 4080 in a thin disguise. But the mobile AMD SiPo is the big new thing here. It's AMD's latest Zen 4 architecture brought into the laptop realm, and it's pretty damn special, hosing the competing Intel 13th gen chips used in comparative systems, sometimes by a long way. It's a 16-core, 32-thread processing monster that so far hasn't burned up inside the confines of this surprisingly slight chassis. You can also buy the special X3D version of the laptop, which is so far the only machine to host the ultimate mobile gaming CPU, AMD's Ryzen 9 7945X H3D. It's identical to the standard Scar 17 laptop with its Ryzen 9 7945X chip, but the updated version comes with the 3D V-Cache technology, which stacks more cache memory atop one of the Zen 4 compute blocks, and that can make a huge difference to gaming performance specifically. The nominal clock speed of the chip is just 2.5 Gs with a boost clock of 5.4s. And that's actually a reliable boost too, because I was reliably seeing the chip ramping up to that level during single core loads in my testing. In heavily multi-threaded loads, I was seeing a regular 4.7s, which is no mean feat. I repeat, we are talking about 16 full Zen 4 CPU cores here. Number 4. Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, the best 14-inch gaming laptop. New year, new Zephyrus G14. This time around, you'll find a stonking combination of AMD's excellent 7000 series processors and NVIDIA's RTX 40 series GPS. With the right chip under the hood, this is unbeatable as the best 14-inch gaming laptop. You do have to choose your chip wisely. However, we were sent a G14 with an RTX 4090 stuffed inside it, and that's anything but a wise choice. This laptop isn't really cut out for NVIDIA's most powerful mobile GPU, and you definitely notice that when it ends up going slower in games than most RTX 4080 devices. Though there's a range of options available to choose from, and the more affordable G Plus look to be a whole lot more sensible in both performance and price. As for AMD's chip, mostly you'll find the fantastic Ryzen 9 7940s in the new G14, and it's a real stunner. This latest generation of mobile chips from AMD have been some of the company's finest to date. At 8 cores and 16 threads, we're truly into high-performance territory even in a small form factor. The cheaper models come with the Ryzen 7 7735s, which shares most of the good stuff from the Ryzen 9. I rate this size of laptop highly. You could stuff it in a backpack without a second thought, or take it on a trip abroad and be no worse off for it in your luggage. It's a big reason why I love the 2022 G14. The underside looks a little different on the newer 2023 model, but it's generally much the same as last year's. The G14 is also chocked full of useful ports. There's a microSD card reader, a USB 4 port, and even HDMI 2.1 port. If you do end up with the RTX 4090 model, you'll also be greeted by one of the most stunning screens on the G14. Asus call it ROG Nebula HD. To you or I, it's a 165Hz 3ms Mini LED 1600 panel with 600 nits of brightness and 504 dimming zones. It's also drop-dead gorgeous. Sadly, the lower-end models don't feature such a pretty screen, but they still rock the IPS panel I loved from last year's G14. Anyways, if you need a mini LED and a more sensible chassis, there's always the Oxer Predator Helios 16. Navigating around the G14 desktop is a breeze. The trackpad is responsive and takes up most of the space underneath the compact keyboard. The keyboard is also a treat, with the full width of the laptop being used to space out each key from one another. That sounds so trivial, but I assure you it's absolutely not. It makes mistypes much less common than with a tightly packed together keyboard. You only have to give up a numpad to do it, which I'm fine with on this sort of compact device. Overall, there's so much to like about this compact gaming laptop. Just make sure you don't go overboard with the GPU and you're golden. Number 3. Razer Blade 15, the best 15-inch gaming laptop. Specifications: the latest spin of the Razer Blade 15 once again improves on one of the best gaming laptops ever made. It has the same gorgeous CNC milled aluminum chassis as its predecessor, only this time it can house one of NVIDIA's latest RTX 40 series GPUs and an Intel 13th Gen Core NEI CPU. When we played with the Razer Blade 15 Advanced with a 10th Gen Intel chip and RTX 3080 Ti DPU, and we fell in love all over again. The chassis hasn't changed since then, it just now ships with even more powerful components. We've also since then tried out the larger Razer Blade 17 with an RTX 3080 Ti, humming away inside it, alongside one of those tasty 12th Gen chips, and still stand bewildered by what will fit inside such a compact and neat chassis. That you will get some throttling because of that slimline design. And even on the larger Blade 17, the battery life can be a little slim, but you're still getting outstanding performance from a beautiful machine. The Blade 15 isn't the lightest gaming laptop you can buy, but 5 pounds is still way better than plenty of traditional gaming laptops, while also offering similar performance and specs. That heft helps make it feel solid too. It also means the Blade 15 travels well in your backpack, an excellent choice for the gamer on the go, or if you don't have the real estate for a full-blown gaming desktop and monitor. Keyboard snobs will be happy to see a larger shift and half-height arrow keys. The Blade 15 Advanced offers per-key RGB lighting over the base model zonal lighting. Typing feels great, and I've always liked the feel of the Blade's keycaps. The trackpad can be frustrating at times, but you're going to want to use a mouse with this gorgeous machine anyway, so it's not the end of the world. One of the best things about the Blade 15 is the number of configurations Razer offers. From the RTX 3060 Base Edition to the RTX 4070 Advanced with a 240Hz QHD panel, there's something for almost everyone. It's one of the most beautiful gaming laptops around, and still one of the most powerful. Number 2. Gigabyte G5 2023. The best affordable gaming laptop this year, the Gigabyte G5 2023 is a great deal. That's a little surprising considering the price hike we usually see for brand new gaming laptops. But you'll find no fad features or unnecessary add-ons to push up the cost tier. Just a straightforward, well-built, and cleverly provisioned gaming laptop for less than $900 or PS900, or PS900 delivers plenty of frames and games. The RTX 4060. We're yet to see NVIDIA's RTX 40 series drop to this level on desktop, but even this budget-friendly card delivers superb 1080p performance befitting the G5's 1080p 144's display. That's partially down to the power gigabytes prepared to pump into the GPU. Inside this machine, 75. That might not seem like much next to the 175W RTX 4090 laptops we've reviewed this year, but it's 30 more than MSI is ready to run through its own RTX 4060 powered gaming laptop. The Cyborg 15P is a new tab, and you can watch the frame rate go up with every extra watt pulsing through the G5's GPU. The Gigabyte G5 is up to 27 faster than the Cyborg 15 in our testing, and the Cyborg 15 even has a better CPU for gaming under the hood. The CPW APU in question here is Intel's Core i5 12500, a fairly sensible choice, though let down a little by only 4 performance cores. This is one of Intel's hybrid Alder Lake chips, so it comes with a basket of efficient Core EK cores to help lighten the load on the quicker gaming silicon. There are 8 E-cores here, which makes for a 12-core chip in total. Generally, I'd prefer a few more P-cores in the mix, at least 6, like the Core i7 12650 CPU found on the MSI Cyborg 15. In fact, that comes with 6 P-cores and just 4 E-cores. The MSI laptop also comes with faster DDR5 memory than the legacy DDR4 on the Gigabyte machine. But as you can see in the benchmarking results, the actual difference in performance between these two is relatively small, even in CPU-heavy applications and tests. You can open this laptop up relatively easily with a Phillips head screwdriver to access its innards. You will poke through a couple of stickers over the screws that might void your warranty, so be sure you want to be diving in there before you do. But behind the back panel, you'll find one free M.2 SS slot for an easy storage capacity upgrade. You'll probably want to take advantage of that eventually, as the 512G SSD included in this machine will fill up quickly. The biggest drawback of the Gi5 is the noise this thing makes when it's running any marginally demanding game. That's not a new experience for anyone who has used a gaming laptop in the past. But take this as your warning that gaming laptops are generally not any quieter in 2023. Number 1. Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen8. The best gaming laptop. The Lenovo Legion Pro 7i is the best 16-inch gaming laptop, and since 16-inch is the best form factor for a gaming laptop, it is therefore the best gaming laptop overall as well. Win and win. It's a machine that comes in at a price point that makes the rest of the high-end RTX 40 series look even more ridiculous on their lofty $4,000 purchase. And it's the RTX 4080 model that has us impressed in testing, offering the sort of gaming performance that has me questioning why anyone would want an RTX 4090 machine. The Legion Pro 7i runs its RTX 4080 at a 150U TGP, which is the effective maximum of the GPU, though manufacturers are given an extra 25U leeway to bulk up their own specs if they feel they can push a little extra juice through their own systems. Lenovo hasn't gone down that route. The Legion Pro knows what it likes, and it likes the 150 TGP and no more. The Legion Pro 7i uses a 13th gen Intel chip, the Core i9 13900X. If, like me, you were to assume that would essentially be a slightly higher clocked version of the Core i9 13900, ASUS has used in its excellent Zephyrus M16 gaming laptop, then you'd be wrong. Despite the almost identical name, this is an entirely different, substantially better CPU, where the one in the Asus is a 14-core design with 6 P-cores. This is a 24-core setup with 8 P-cores and twice the number of E-cores. They're both capable of 5.4's boost clocks, though inevitably the bigger chip has a higher base TDP of 45U. Then, backing up the key CPU combination is a 1ATB PCA 4.0 Samsung SSD and 32GB of DDR5 5600 SKX memory. The final part of the package is the 1600 f 240 Hz screen, which is fine. I fear I've been spoiled by the joy of the mini LED backlights used in the last few laptop displays I've tested, because this one lacks the punch that I now want from a gaming panel. What it does have, however, is the 16:10:10 aspect ratio I never knew I needed in a gaming laptop until I started using them on the regular. The 2560x 1600 native resolution is a great match for the 16-inch screen size the Legion Pro comes rocking. The Legion Pro 7i manages to outperform both the Razer Blade 16 and the Asus Zephyrus MIS 16 regularly, at both 1080p and 1440p resolutions. Only the chonky boy MI Titan GT77 is able to utilize its RTX 4090-ish GPU to its fullest potential, and then at the expense of acoustics and potentially your sanity. So this was today's video about top 5 best budget gaming laptop. If you benefit from the video, then subscribe and stay with us.